All right. Pleasant good night to each and every one. I'm glad to have you on the call. Today is Monday, the 11th of November. Believe it or not, almost approaching the middle of November. Just about a month remaining in our KCB promotion. And of course, welcome to many of you. I'm seeing some very new names and welcome. It's good to have you on the Zoom call. So, we're going to start tonight's presentation. It's going to be about 25, 30 minutes long. And if you're on this Zoom call for the very first time, we will be discussing some very interesting information that I am certain will be of interest to you. So, let's start tonight's presentation and we'll probably take some questions at the end. So we have to understand at this point in time that we are living in a world where it's a bit topsy-turvy. The economy, apparently, in many cases, seem to be on life support these days. Governments are fighting day in, day out with a lot of debt. And as a result of these financial controls, there are indeed a lot of restrictions. Of course, if you're living in Trinidad and Tobago, you would have been experiencing quite a lot of those financial controls over the last couple of years with Forex. But let me just revisit your mind back in 2008 when AIG and Lehman hit the world by being totally illiquid. There was a financial crash. And as a result, it sent shockwaves all over the world. And as a result of this, many persons all around the world, including the United States in particular, where the whole epicenter started, lost their jobs. And it sent a rippling effect all over the world. So there was practically a meltdown in the financial system. It was not the first time there was a meltdown. In fact, there have been at least three meltdowns over the last uh, 3, 4 decades, and there will be many more in the future. So what is happening right now is these financial storms are constantly brewing on the horizon, and there is going to be another one. The question is, we are not sure when, but my question to you is how prepared are you for these financial storms? So many of us are rational people, I'm sure, who are on these calls tonight. And we believe, most importantly, that there is, despite chaos in the world, that there is opportunities. And these opportunities are there for us to protect ourselves from governments that may possibly want to implement capital and financial controls that may not be in the best interest for all of us. So at the end of the day, we're on a path to freedom and prosperity, and this begins with a clearer understanding with what we're up against. We need to understand within this backdrop what is taking place financially. So, what are you going to hear tonight? What you will be hearing tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is a unique system if you're hearing it for the first time. And if even if you are an affiliate and you may not be fully aware of these systems, you will hear about a practical, innovative, and a trending opportunity that is Karatbars International. And Karatbars International is a goal-based company out of Stuttgart, Germany. But what has happened over the last decade is Karatbars is now a fintech based company that uses blockchain technology. And this is truly an amazing feat. And we are seeing progressive steps in terms of our economical universe. I have to say, economical universe, in terms of what we are bringing to the world today in terms of a financial monetary system. So, who is Karatbars International? Karatbars International is a goal-based company originally founded in 2011 in Stuttgart, Germany, and now doing business in well over 145 countries with well over 800,000 active members and soon to cross the million hurdle. We do have global offices in Hong Kong, Singapore, Romania, Spain, to say the least. And this gentleman, Dr. Harold Seitz, CEO and founder of Karatbars International, senator of the Global Economic Network, and member of the Economic Council, says, and he promises that Karatbars, which is the main parent company and the gold standard bank, will continue to promote and defend the financial freedom and security for every human being on this beautiful planet in a decentralized way, in a non controlling way. That is a word you're going to be hearing as we are now developing that global digital economy, which is taking place at this point in time. So, our future, as he has said, is unlimitedly digital. And it rests on this very solid foundation that we have already, which is already based on pure gold. The vision of Harold Sites is to help bring pure gold, 24 karat 999.9, to all people and to help reduce their debt. In that, in so doing, to help millions of people find financial freedom and to guide people towards this whole world of digital finance. We are into this world of digital finance. It's now moving full speed ahead. That's the fourth industrial revolution is already upon us. And we need to become more prepared for the future. We need to understand what does this all mean in terms of our ability to be able to harness this digital world of finance. So, gold in human history is no stranger to us. I mean, it has been used for jewelry for pharaohs and kings for centuries, but it's also a symbol of wealth and power. But well over 2,800 years ago, it has been used for currency. In fact, money, there, when you go back to the cultures of the world, there is no historical data to substantiate actually which culture really started using money. It dates back way beyond thousands of years. And gold is very much prevalent in electronics, in dentistry, in terms of aerospace, metals, and awards. It's very much in use, but it's also a metal that's in limited quantity. So back in 1971, the then president of the US, President Richard Nixon, canceled the convertibility of the US dollar to the gold standard. And as a result of this, gave us what we call fiat currency. But we still use the term interchangeably money because most of us think what we have in our pockets is money. Before 1971, it really was because it was really backed by a real commodity. But now governments are able to print money based on their economic needs. And most people don't even understand or believe that actually occurs, believe it or not. So, what you have in your pocket is currency. You go to the bank, it's currency. They tell you it's the currency rates of today. Governments no longer back the currency by even their own GDP. And that might be alarming to you, but it's the reality that's been going on for quite some time. But here's the deal gold is inflation resistant and outperforms all major traded currencies. In fact, if you go on gold.org, you will see a representation of that fact. Based on current data for the last 16 years, gold has outperformed all major currencies by roughly 11%. So, with that data, would you want to save more in gold or would you want to continue to save in paper, which is subjected to inflation, which is subjected to devaluations, of which the histories of the Caribbean demonstrate, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, and Jamaica in particular, have had deep histories regarding devaluations. So you would really want to pay attention as to why you need to start acquiring gold, developing a wealth portfolio around gold so that you can effectively take charge of what is happening today. Because since 1920 to 2019, 100 years apart, gold has not changed its price stability. It means that in an economy, the general price level in the economy does not change over time. And gold has demonstrated this exponentially without a doubt. Gold has demonstrated its ability to hold value. And that's one of the reasons you need to consider, if you've not considered this before, to begin the process of saving in gold. So, this, without question, demonstrates to a large degree that gold is going to continue to become a monetary instrument of value because most central banks today are buying up gold like crazy, which demonstrates that they understand that there is a disconnect with the current monetary system. So, if there is a disconnect with the current monetary system, the very institutions that represent commerce in every country, the central banks, and monetary systems and controls, and they themselves are buying up huge amounts of gold, well, then, ladies and gentlemen, we need to be cognizant of that fact and start putting our own affairs in perspective as it relates to acquiring gold. So when you look at inflation, inflation for the last 20, 30 years, your grocery baskets has in fact been changing. It's been getting smaller and smaller. You're working more for less. The former Fed chairman, Alan Greenspan, has been quoted by saying that who owns gold has always have money. And we need to pay attention to these guys when they make certain pronouncements. And that's what real financial education is. And that's what Karatbars is representing. Karatbars is truly representing the convertibility of this fiat, our fiat, whether you live in Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, further afield, Bahamas, wherever you live on this beautiful planet, you still have to deal with fiat. So, what for the last 10 years we have been doing, what we have in fact been encouraging many of our affiliates is to convert your dying paper currency, which has unique properties as it relates to not holding value, and acquire the highest grade gold, 24 karat gold, 999.9 LBMA, London Bullion Market Association standard gold. That's the currency grade type gold. We have been encouraging all our affiliates for the last 10 years to save in gold. And this is what we are about right now. But since 2018, Karatbars International truly became a blockchain based company that uses monetary systems, meaning, well, let me explain that, that uses gold as a monetary instrument, meaning you're using gold to exchange value within a system, and it's using blockchain technology. And that's really interesting when you really consider it, because blockchain is here to stay. It is not going anywhere. It's been invented since 2008 by Satoshi and has obviously changed the landscape. Many of us would have known by now Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not just a cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is more than a cryptocurrency. The technology behind Bitcoin supersedes anything that most people think. Most people think that cryptocurrencies are about buying low and selling high. Absolutely not. Cryptocurrency is just one tiny application that rests on a blockchain, which is a distributed, decentralized ledger, which holds all transactions and eliminates fraud and any kind of dishonesty within the system. So this is the new way of doing business. So from since 2008, Bitcoin was invented by someone called Satoshi, and from since then, thousands of cryptocurrencies have in fact been created. What is going to happen is that some of the top cryptocurrencies will eventually, like cream, rise to the top. And Karatbars is one of them for the last 2 years. And now Karatbars and its coin, which is KBC, now traded on many of the exchanges, is becoming more and more noticeable for its ability to solve problems. The purpose of having a blockchain is to solve problems, and many people may not be fully aware of what a blockchain is. In the interest of time, I may not be able to go into detail, but it really is a list that is fully encrypted, that is exchanged on the internet in terms of value. It's now called the Internet of Value. And each transaction is verified for its accuracy, its completeness, and its uniqueness. So it is a decentralized network. And as a result of this, gold, the blockchain, and KBC, which is the heart of the ecosystem, the Karatbars ecosystem, I have to say, all right, is solving problems. Many people in the world, the persons of more than half of the world's population, more than half, right, just conservatively, don't have access to bank accounts. But they do have smartphones and they do have internet access. And Karatbars, through its universe, its Karat Bar universe, which is many of the components that make up our financial system, is in fact presenting solutions. And you're going to see more and more of these things recognized and be made plain in 2020 when we're going to be adopting many more of these technologies. We're going to be on this mass adoption drive. So, using our Carrot Bar solutions, everybody now can take advantage and earn more money, save gold, and have a level of security. So, our ecosystem truly is helping people solve problems. Back in 2016, Harold Sykes created cash gold, which became a unique currency that physically is backed by gold, that has gold on it. And you can now acquire cash gold from as low as zero point 0.1 of a gram, which is less than €5. So everyone on this planet now has a unique opportunity. That's the main core of Karatbars business. Even though Karatbars is a blockchain-based company now, fintech company, its main product, its main idea is to help people all over the world purchase gold at a price that they can afford. So this cash gold, which now can be used through our online platform called CaratPay, is a unique opportunity, a new technology that helps us to transfer gold. For the very first time in 2016, what Harold Sykes was able to do was to digitize the gold, meaning that I can send the gold cross border, peer to peer, anywhere in the world with someone who has a Carrot Pay account, which by the way is free, and we can transact business at a minimal cost. And this has been going on since 2016, even before Harold Sykes went into the world of blockchain based technology. And I think it's really revolutionary because Harold Sykes wanted us to not only afford gold, but to be able to transact real value cross border, peer to peer. And here's what he decided to take it one step further by using blockchain technology, because blockchain technology now encrypts these transactions and allows it to no longer be subjected to corruption that can happen in a system. And you're seeing evidence of that in a centralized model. Hence the reason why blockchain now is moving away from centralized models, which is prone to corruption, to decentralized model, which is going to be based on general consensus. So our KBC is more than a cryptocurrency. It stands for a complete paradigm shift. So our Carat Gold coin, in its first ever successful ICO, raised over 100 million. It's been one of the most successful ICOs documented. And KBC's growth, which is listed on many exchanges, is now based on gold from the Gold Standard Global Mining Network that Karatbars and its subsidiary company now owns. This is a unique opportunity now to partner with a growing goal based blockchain company that has an ecosystem that truly is a monetary system that it's adding to the world. It's really a goal based monetary system that Karatbars is developing using these technologies to help make life better for all of us and to truly change the economies of scale. So our KCB, which is another coin, which I'm not going to go too much into that, we just have about 4 weeks to take advantage of an ICO price of 14 cents euro. And we have many packages that are available, and you can always get back with the person who invited you to get that information. And this coin is going to be based on gold. It's already the KBC is based on a 100 to 1 exchange of gold. So in the next couple of years, you will see more and more of that happening, meaning the coin is going to be fully backed by 100% gold in the not too distant future. So there you have it. As I wrap up tonight's presentation, we have our Carrot Pay system. Our Carrot Pay system is our online platform for cash gold, which deals with transactions, peer to peer, cross border, cheaper, faster, more efficient. We have our own blockchain called CarrotNet, which is our own independent blockchain, and it is the basis by which our KBC, which is the cryptocurrency that is being traded on many of the exchanges, is going to be the basis for us to do business and to transact real value over the internet, because that's what the blockchain system is. It's the internet of value. Then we have our own Carrotbit, our own exchange where we can exchange cryptos and fiat and trade them and actually earn income as well. We have our K Merchant system, which is our ecosystem for retailers and consumers. It was developed by CarrotPay. It allows us to harness the $300 billion crypto market where you can use KBCs, Bitcoin, you could use Ethereum, and you can take advantage of the market at this point in time. And this market is growing. So imagine being able to harness a crypto market that is predominantly exclusive, that can expand your business, that can add more value to your business. And if your business grows, it benefits your company, it benefits your company in terms of its ability to hire more staff, it develops the economy. There is going to be a number of useful economic spin-offs that's going to happen because of the K merchant. Then we have our own K1 smartphone, the first ever voice over blockchain protocol smartphone, and the WIM laptop that uses the same technology because privacy and security is something very important in today's world of digital finance. So Harold Sykes recognizes that we have not only created an ecosystem that's using these technologies, but we're creating now hardware tools that you can actually use, phones, where you're going to have your own your ability to be encrypted, and that's very important. The ability to have your own privacy for your transactions is very important because these days banks and many financial institutions are fighting up with credit card fraud, which happens every single day. Somebody's card is sometimes hacked, and banks have to deal with many of these challenges. Blockchain systems are not so prone to these kinds of attacks. So you can begin to see that's just one of the many applications of what blockchain has. And then we have our cash call exchange machines being shipped out in USA, Canada, Europe, South Africa, soon maybe in some parts of the Caribbean, where you can actually go and you can actually receive your cash call in hand. That's going to drive the value and the price of our cash call. And by extension, it's all interconnected to our KBCs. So as you can see, we truly have a unique system that everyone can benefit from. Our Karatbit exchange, our K1 Impulse phone, end-to-end encryption, built with a wallet where you can transfer digital gold and cryptos. Our very own encrypted laptop, which is going to be available sometime in maybe February, March of next year. All right, security, fingerprinting, face ID, etc., etc. Right, so many technical points to go through in limited time. Then we have our K merchant system, which allows merchants to sign up for free, no chargebacks, maybe have the opportunity to earn maybe 1 to 3% cash back based on their transactions in the future. So they get to test drive this system. So there are so many opportunities that this system has. A new era of payments through our ecosystem, our cash call exchange machines. These are truly amazing opportunities that are available through Karatbars International. So what you have seen tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is truly an amazing explanation of what the Karatbars ecosystem is. Take a look at the WIM laptop, one of our latest in terms of privacy and security. So that's the latest in terms of its privacy and security. The WIM laptop soon to be available next year. So many technical details, which we're not going to go into that, but basically it runs on Windows and, of course, crypto data. User can select which operating system they want to turn on. And of course, it can also be used for a CEM as well, Gold Cash Pool Exchange Machine. So many things coming. with our launch of our blockchain, which started back in September this year, 2019. And now the full integration process is now being finalized by the ending of next month. And soon in 2020, we will see an explosion of the Karatbars universe, where we, the affiliates, get the opportunity to test drive many of these components, plug and play. There's so many opportunities that are going to be rising as a result of this with our bank in Miami, which is going to be providing credit and debit card services in the not too distant future. So many interesting things. Imagine fees will also represent a source of income which will be fed continually through our system and will also increase our goal base and by extension raise the value of the KBC coin. And this is truly a unique opportunity. So what you would have heard tonight is just an introductory presentation to just to give you some finer points as to maybe something that you may have missed before, something that you need to pay attention to, a system that is trending with what is taking place today and how you can position yourself and grow financially with this company. So you can partner with this company, you can purchase a package and start from as low as €150, get KBCs and KCBs until the middle of next month. And of course, that opportunity ends next couple of weeks. And what does this mean? It means that you are getting an opportunity like 10 years ago. Imagine being able to get Bitcoin for pennies on a dollar. Just think about what it could be right now. Bitcoin has been soaring 8, 9, 10,000 US for one Bitcoin. What if in the next couple of years the price of the KBC rises to just about a dollar? Just think about the opportunity you can have for creating wealth. So, wealth, ladies and gentlemen, is based on timing and positioning. You don't have to know everything about blockchain. You don't have to know how the system works. Do you know exactly how the engine works in your car for you to drive it? No, absolutely not, but you understand how to use it. And this is what this system represents, a method of us being able, a useful method to be able to harness the growing trends that's taking place in the world. And now, for the very first time, you and me can partner with the company, build out this community if you so choose. It's not for everyone. You may not want to build the community. You may just want to purchase a package and acquire KBCs and KCBs. But more importantly, what you really want to do at all times, irrespective of whatever is your objective, is to buy gold repeatedly over time. So as I end, get back with the person who invited you to this Zoom presentation. If you have not done so already, register for a free Karatbars account. It's free. And take advantage of our IP3 Red system. It is a unique system which we have for those who wish to promote the business and benefit from an additional revenue stream. If you wish to do so, you can actually tune in where tomorrow we are going to be at SAPA, which is in San Fernando for those of us who are in Trinidad, at 7 p.m. And we're going to have some very interesting information being shared. Plus, at the end, we're going to have a little 20-minute presentation on how to get started. On Wednesday, we have our very own silver director, Mr. Michael Aman, who's going to be going in some comprehensive training on Wednesday. So you don't want to miss that. We're going to be posting those links out to various chat rooms so that you can take advantage of that. And Thursday, we're going to have our very own in-house Pastor Carlos, who's also be going to be doing some presentations on Thursday. And of course, we wrap up on Friday, possibly with Mr. Jamal Ali Shah. So we do have a lineup of many additional and exciting new presenters, very eager to explain, to educate, and to empower. Right. So I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be able to do that. I just want to maybe um, give a shout out to a few of the persons, the leaders on this call, Marlon Modest, and by extension, Mr. Michael Aman, Curtis Perry, good to have you, digital directors, J7 Neo, Jodian, Keen, Nigel, Novi. So I'm seeing some new names here. And of course, Ronald Phillip, good to have you, Nicole, sir. Sandra Modest, Sasha, good to have you, Nicole, sir. Caroline from Jamaica, of course, have our Jamaica brothers and sisters are on the call. So as I close off tonight, because we're heading into 8:29 my time, AST time, I want to just invite Mr. Michael Aman, who has really given yeoman service to Karatbars Caribbean. and he has been in the trenches for quite some time. So, Michael, I just want to unmute your mic and invite you to make a interesting comment, anything that you want to say on tonight's call. I see we have well over about 21 participants so far.
Yeah, hi Larry. Actually, the participation went to over 25 participants tonight. So this is
Wonderful.
awesome.
Awesome.
And yeah, your presentation was quite well actually. And uh, and for the team who are here, by the way, my phone is at 1%, so it may cut off at any time. But I just wanted to say quickly, there was a report in one of the cryptocurrency news early this morning that listed the Karatbars KBC along with um, several other high-level cryptocurrencies such as KBC and XRP as some of the top cryptocurrencies, the top moving cryptocurrencies for 2019. The crypto is getting industry-wide acceptance, and CoinMarketCap has done their due diligence, and they have also listed KBC as not only in the top 200.
All right. It seems that Michael's phone may have may have died on him. All right. So we're gonna continue that on Wednesday. Michael's gonna be continuing his presentation on Wednesday. So we're gonna have much more to discuss on that. So guys, it's Monday night. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be on these calls. So I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules. We know how life is today to be on these calls. This call is recorded and we should have it available in the next 24 hours so we can send it out if you want to review this. That's why we're keeping it down to half an hour. So thank you so much, guys. So on behalf of myself and the leadership team, thank you and stay tuned for continued Zoom calls. It's going to be on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And of course, if you live in Trinidad and you can come out to the supper, please do so. All right, guys. So have yourself a truly amazing evening, and we'll definitely connect very soon. All right. So take care.